So this is a little review of my Cannondale CAADX cyclocross bike. This is the 105 version. As you can see, it's had a bit of going over. I've been riding this bike fairly hard, pretty much what it's not probably designed for, more mountain bike stuff, which is what I'm used to. So there's lots of scrapes and bashes on these wheels. It comes with the CX3s with the Formula rubs. Are they any good? Well, put it this way, they've been through a hell of a beating, through a lot of mountain bike trails, and well, take my time, not as quick as what I used to be on the mountain bike, but they take a bit of punishment. The tyres are Cyclocross Continental race, sorry, and they're 735s, and they're not bad. I think they wear down pretty rapidly though, that's the problem, and they lose grip fairly quickly. They came with the Schwalbe semi-slicks, and they weren't too bad at all. I was expecting them to be pretty crap, but they're not bad. On the road, the semi-slicks felt like they were more grippy than these. They deal alright in the mud, but I have lost traction rather. But they're not bad. I think it's probably better, but they're a good intermediary tyre. I presume they're fairly fast rolling and they work really well on the road as well as off the road. So a good middleman tyre. I've got the Continental 4 Seasons on a 28mm tyre. We've probably seen pictures of that. And they work really well actually for the road. The bike's a lot slower. It works out about 11 kilos, so it's not a road bike. So the power you're putting into it is a lot more than what you would average on a carbon road, I guess, or certainly on a lighter road. It's a standard affair. FSA cranks, 4636. On the back, slightly different. That's the 105 medium cage, and I've opted for 1132. The reason why I've gone for 1132 was for climbing, and I was finding that, which with the traditional cyclocross motif, was get off your bike and shoulder it and whatnot, which is fine, but I want to ride the bike a bit more, so I was finding that the tyres, which aren't standard, but we're just losing grip unfortunately, so I needed a bit more cadence. It makes it a bit more pleasurable, I guess. So the 1132, in no stretch of the imagination does it make things easy, it helps a little bit. You won't go wrong with that. I have a 32 cassette on the road bike. I like hills, I like a lot of elevation, and fantastic for, I'm not a pro rider, but this is fantastic for getting through things like hard not pass when it's past shrines or the big hills, so it's good for that sort of stuff. Now this, because it's a 4636 and the gearing differential, the range would suggest that this one works okay. The small cage would work okay, and I did have the small cage on it, but for some reason, whatever reason, the hanger snapped and left me abandoned in the middle of nowhere. Probably the tolerances, you know, you don't want to mess about with it, so for me, sack it off. Why mess about? Just save a bit more money and get yourself a medium cage, and it fits everything, and I've had no problems, touch wood, with that. 50 ring? No. 46? Why do you need anything bigger? This thing flies down a hill as it is. 4636. So sort of like a semi-odd sort of compact thing, and it works just beautifully. But these are the TRP Spires. These are an aftermarket brand. The last ones I had on there were these, I think they're Techno, but they were terrible, absolutely terrible. I thought, well, I'll try and bed them in, but they were dangerous, so they were quick short shrift and got rid of them. And these are cable actuated dual piston, so they actually bite from both sides where the other one just pushed against it. Madness putting on a bike like this. I know the new CAADX have actually got these brakes on it, worth the weight in gold. They're not super strong, but they're good enough. They're not hydraulics, they're cable actuated, and they do a cracking job. I've put these Shimano clip-in. I'm not entirely sure, they're all worn down. You get the gist of the basics, and they're quite heavy, but they get in and out nice and easy. The bike in general rolls fantastic. If ever you are to get a bike, and just one bike, I would highly recommend this. This works as a road bike. You can strip a few of the parts off and certainly make things a bit lighter for your cranks. The wheels weigh a ton. They're about 2.4 kilos between them, I think, with the hubs and the cassette and everything on there. So it stands to reason, get some fulcrums or something like that. Yeah, but I want something a bit heavier for doing the off-road sort of stuff. It doesn't really detract from the fun that I have on it, on the road. Like I say, put the Four Seasons Continentals on there, and they roll just as well. But it would make it lighter if you were thinking just about one bike. Take them tyres off, take the wheels off, put some nice wheels on, some Mavics or something like that, and then use it. Use it for a road bike. Perfect for it. Like I say, there's the Duratec, and there for the Crud Racer Mark 3s. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. They're an absolute innovation then. But all in all, cracking bike. Cyclocross bikes are just the way forward, I think, in terms of performance, in terms of what you can do overall. Mountain bikes, for me, and I've had plenty of mountain bikes, a 26ers definitely, they don't offer this versatility, so you won't be able to take it on the road, and well, you could, but your average speed's a bit laboured and it's a bit tough, and do you really need that? Not really. And if you like your road bikes, then this is it's a good for a winter hack. If your money was tight and you just wanted one bike, this is the one you're looking at, the CAADX, and they come in at a really good price. And you get good deals on these. I mean, the Super X is supreme, but this is, as far as I'm concerned, it's great. Aluminium, takes all your luggage. You know, road bikes are defined for one thing, getting on the road. You could take it off the road. If you've got plenty of money, by all means put some knobbly tyres on them, like what they do on GCN, you know. Is that what you want to do though? I haven't got loads of money, so no. But there you go, that's the CAADX anyway. So loads of clearance, as you can see there, and they're 35s, 38s, 45s even? What do you reckon? I've moved the sensor, the Garmin sensor, to the front wheel. The back wheel I was finding we're just getting layered with crap all the time, so it goes on the front wheel, and I found no discrepancies in the recording of the stuff. The Pro Tool, it's got all my bits and bobs in there, tools, some powder if I'm on a bit of a longer ride, and it works beautifully. The ass saver is fantastic. As you can see, it's covered in crap, but it saves the ass. I've actually pulled this out a little bit further and made cuts, if you can see there, just to pull it out a bit further. So it's the slightly wider one. I think it's the mountain bike version of it. There you go. If you can make out. Not too dirty. So yeah, it's attached with two. Again, traditionally cyclocross is just the one bottle, so it does make shouldering a bit difficult, but it's not terribly hard. It's giving you a little bit of insight. But if you do have one of these bikes, highly recommend the changing of the brakes. You will not bed them in, they will not get better, and you could end up having a bit of a incident. Not so bad if all you're doing is road stuff on one of these things, it's just a winter bike, then don't listen to me. But if you're taking it off road, or you're doing any kind of work on this that that goes in mode, goes off the road, on the road, or whatever, why waste about? Get some of these, cracking prices on them as well. Fit them.